Kyle, you mentioned kind of like reaching in and initiating the speed up or trying to jam somebody with a dink. It's actually when we played against each other down in Florida, which I'm sure you're still recovering from. I noticed that like sometimes you'll speed up and you'll kind of reach in and make that flick, and you're not going for the speed up winner on that one. You're not necessarily trying to like win the point on that flick or that speed up. You then position yourself for the next one, and the next one is the put away.
Yeah.
How often are you thinking about that initial flick being the winner or that initial speed up being the winner versus the next one and setting yourself up?
That's a good question. Yeah, a little 1-2 punches. It just depends on the ball. So there are times where I actually feel like I can go ahead and hit the clean winner if the ball's high enough for my opponent's drop position,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Most of the time, it's a fair assumption that the other team is going to get the ball back. It's just a matter of how can I make them as uncomfortable as possible receiving this ball where they can't do that much to hurt me with it. So there are a lot of times where I just kind of flick it at you, knowing you're going to try to counterpunch. But if I'm able to put it in a certain spot where you might counter, let's say I keep it low enough where you still got to hit up on it. But at least now I know you're going to hit hard at me, but it's going to be up here somewhere. So I kind of flick it and get ready for the counter. So it's almost like a bait where you're trying to force them to try to attack you, but maybe not quite hit it as well as they would like to, and then you can punish them for that. I mean, because everyone's got such fast hands. I rarely expect it to be a clean winner. I'm just trying to force them to try to give me a ball that I can work with, and it might not be a great one, but
Right.
I don't need much. You might actually feel like you're going to attack me, but you're just kind of getting played a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'll reach in on those and just try to initiate where I just kind of get on your body real fast, force you to try to hit maybe an 80% counter, but that's not going to be enough. And I'm just sitting on the next one to go 100% back at you.
Yeah. You either make them think it's an attackable moment that you're ready for, or you force them to pop it up right and play right into your hand. So it's like those are the two things you're kind of going for. Interesting.
Exactly.
All right. Did you do specific drills to train that, or that's just kind of like the nuance of just playing over the years and kind of feeling that out more and more?
Yes, feeling it out. I mean, it's no secret strategy. I know that a lot of guys have been trying that. It's just a matter of, is that first ball good enough where you're not just going to get punished by it?
Yeah.
Like I said, Enrique, the first time I played him, I said he body bagged me like 5 times. On not hard balls, but he'd reach in and just flick it, and he would just jam me. And I just wasn't reading it very well. And then there'd be times where I would try to attack it back, and I wouldn't quite hit it clean. And then he would get me back. And so it's just, it takes a lot of anticipation, I think, just seeing it over and over and over again. I know if I can flick this ball on a certain spot on somebody, this is how they normally react.
Yeah.
The ball is likely to come over in this area, and then I'm ready. So it's kind of pop it. I'm kind of ready for it. Or maybe I got the ball down the line, flick it down the line on the backhand, make them try to counter with a backhand, but then I'm just kind of sitting middle ready for it. So, like you said, I initiate, make them think that they can try to attack me back. They don't quite hit it clean, and then I'm ready for that off-pace ball to smash back at them for the real put away. So, it's just trying to keep them uncomfortable, keep testing. I like messing with people, give them a lot of different looks, see how they react. And if they don't handle something very well, you do it again.
That sick inside out, backhand, forehand, flicky. Dude, that thing is I feel like I twisted my ankle just watching it. I was like, oh, what did you just do? It's so good.
Is there a way to drill that though? I mean, like, I feel like I haven't seen people like drilling that specifically.
Well, I mean, you get plenty of practice doing it. It's just a little simple count, like 1-2 punch. So you just like flick and then you defend the next ball. So if you're out playing against somebody, so what usually happens, right? You're dinking, you get that ball, you take it and you roll it and you flick it up at somebody. Well, their instinct is to slap it back. Usually their instinct is to try to punch it back. They see the ball, they hit the ball. So as long as you get on their body where their hit back is a little bit out of control, where their hit back is maybe a little bit late or a little bit weak, usually if they don't hit 100 miles an hour at me, I'm going to get the next ball back. So as long as you can jam them enough where they have an awkward ball where they can't quite get full power on it, their attack back's not going to do enough to hurt you usually. Now, if they read it and they get in position, and they can get a good clean hit, and then you're in trouble. But you just got to keep trying enough. And the way Ben does it, Ben takes it, flicks it right at your chicken wing or your right hip. You kind of get jammed. You try to counter, but you don't hit it clean, and then you're toast to the next one.
Right.
So it takes some discipline. Sometimes you just want to just block that first one if you're uncomfortable. But most people overreact and they just try to hit it back at you, which is usually not the right thing to do.